Hi, everybody. I'm Daryn Lynch, founder and CEO of Irish Titan. You're about to listen to some Ecomm Forum whiskey shot follow-ups. Enjoy. More to come. Hi, everybody. Daryn Lynch, founder and CEO of Irish Titan here with our good friend Shannon. Shannon, you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Shannon Kelly, very excited to be here. I'm the channel marketing manager for Vertex. We are the global tax automation solution for e-commerce, ERPs all over the world. And we've got about 40 years of experience doing that.
So I've been looking forward to this conversation, Shannon. You and I have had a lot of fun in our banter back and forth. So I think this could be a lot of fun. We might have to keep ourselves short just to keep it to 3 to 5.
God help the world if we're ever in the same room.
I know, especially we get a couple pints in us, right?
Oh, man.
So these series of conversations that we're doing are sort of whiskey shot sized conversations building off of our Ecomm Forum event. And Shannon spoke at our Ecomm Forum event 2020, which is back in October. Vertex has been a supporter of the event, I think from the beginning, so 5 or 6 years now. So we're very thankful for that. Thanks for doing a great job last fall, Shannon. You were great with some really good content around tax jurisdictions, tax from an e-commerce perspective, and really some of the changes that people might see coming in tax, right? There's a new administration. We're coming off of a pandemic. Where do you see taxes going at a high level? Let's start there.
Yeah, and I recently told somebody I hate being the bearer of bad news, but the tax man cometh. So you said new administration. Obviously, tax changes with every new administration, and this one will be no different. There's a lot of new policies that are coming in. They're going to require tax funds to drive those policies. So I expect that income taxes are definitely going to go up. But, you know, we're anticipating a flurry of legislation changes that are going to be coming in 2021. U.S. state governments lost $615 billion year over year in tax revenues between 2019 and 2020. So if you think about it, the recessions of 2001 and 2008, which were bad, this is going to be worse. Since June 3rd alone, 150 city sales tax rates have changed, 35 new city taxes, 88 new district taxes. It's already begun, and the legislation year really hasn't started yet. So.
Right. Yeah, I think that, you know, as much federal relief as there may or may not be, cities and states are just going to have to make up for that. And figure out how to take care of their communities, right? And so I think that there is going to be change in a lot of different ways with those different levels of jurisdiction, right? So talk a little bit about how Vertex sees that and works with that, and how those cities, municipalities, states, et cetera, can vary in their tax approaches.
Yeah, I mean, the U.S. tax code has exceeded 70,000 pages. I wouldn't want to be the one who was trying to sit there and try to comprehend what all of this means. And it flows over a little over 11,500 tax jurisdictions in the U.S. alone. And all of those jurisdictions are going to be fighting for tax dollars, finding new ways to do it, raising taxes, adding taxes, changing things that are taxes, services where services haven't been taxed before, people that can afford to have people come into their homes and do their landscaping and do their house cleaning and things like that. Those services are going to be demanded to be taxed now. Property taxes are going to change. In Nashville, their property taxes went up 35% alone in Nashville, and they're not by themselves. And you think about not just the United States, but if you're a cross-border seller or a global company that's selling into jurisdictions, you've got to worry about that, GST, and how those changes will affect you, because it was a global pandemic. Everybody's feeling the pinch now. So different states will be hit in different ways. We know that places like California, New York, Detroit, Chicago, those places typically have a fairly liberal and aggressive taxation policy where, you know, people like me in Texas, we've had it a little bit better. Florida, a little bit better. We don't have state income tax. And so our sales taxes are sometimes higher, but, you know, it all evens out in the end.
Yeah, I think different states are going to take different approaches, like you said, based on their taxing strategies, right? One thing that's come up recently, and this really isn't related to e-commerce, but just might be interesting in your take on it, is with everybody starting to work remotely, states are looking at different sort of tax structures for really from a payroll tax perspective, who gets taxed based on where they may be working, right?
Yeah.
And so those of us in this world, if it's partners who are watching this, they're technology partners or SIs, we already may be remote and may have been remote before the pandemic. If it's merchants now, they may be dispersed when they weren't before. Any thoughts or observations around how that's emerging? That's probably very blue ocean right now.
Yeah, I think I don't know what I don't know right now about a lot of the payroll taxes. My focus is really in indirect tax around e-commerce transactions and ERPs and things like that. But there are realms that are being taxed in new and exciting ways. And I'm sure that that's going to change a lot, especially as people are remote. I've always been remote. Most of our team works in Philadelphia, so they're remote in Philadelphia. They're not coming into the office, but living in different cities within the municipality that surrounds that area of Pennsylvania, all of that is very dynamic and difficult to track. So, yeah,
evolving very, very rapidly. Is there one last little whiskey tax shot you want to leave everybody with before we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the complexity of it and how many moving parts there are, but just thinking about all these companies that are selling things they never sold before, like companies that pivoted to make masks and hand sanitizer, and these restaurants that are, used to taxing people as they're sitting down in a restaurant. Now they're delivering food. So the way that is taxed is different than the way it would be taxed if they were dining in the restaurant. I mean, it's just, it's almost impossible to comprehend all of the tax scenarios that certain businesses might be up against. So if anybody out there is needing help, just reach out to someone who handles tax automation and has been doing it a long time, and you feel like you're going to get good advice from them.
Like you said, the tax man cometh, right? What's that other saying? There's only two things in life that are certain: death and taxes.
They're so much fun, both of them, right?
Exactly. Right. And with 70,000 pages, right, I'm glad we have people like you and companies like Vertex we can lean on.
Yeah, I'm glad Vertex has people that do that for us, because I would never be able to manage 70,000 pages of anything.
God bless, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Shannon, thanks again for the work last fall at Ecomm Forum. Thanks for this brief chat. Looking forward to tipping a pint with you in person sometime soon.
Agreed. Cheers, man. Take care of yourself.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon. Sláinte. Hi, everybody. Daryn Lynch, founder and CEO of Irish Titan here again. Thanks for joining our whiskey shot sized of Ecomm Forum follow-up. If you want more information, fun, or shenanigans, please go visit irishtitan.com/ecommforum. Thanks. Have a good day. Sláinte.